you ready to get carried away? It's our 15th birthday week, and you know what that means.
Amazing launches, fabulous free gifts, and a few crafty surprises up our sleeves.
So head on over to the Crafters Companion website, or, as we like to call it, Party Central, and find out more.
I'm going to level with you, right out the block. I have had a lot of chocolate. So, the first hour of this show is going to be loads of fun, right? We are going to really go for it. And then, in about an hour's time, you're going to come over here and find me asleep back under the counter somewhere. Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's Joe Lawrence. This, of course, is Colour Me Happy. It is your weekly destination colouring show. We bring you a whole host of different colouring mediums across these shows. It's super interactive. We always have loads of fun, and we're going to give you some great deals. And we always have to have a great colourist on hand. And I think, don't tell the others, we might have got the best one today. Leanne's here with me. How are you, Leanne?
I'm very well, thank you, Joe. I've got my pokey tool ready.
Right.
And so if you fall asleep on the floor, I'll throw it at you. Because obviously I can't come close.
No.
Then my shot under a metre is,
You could fire it out of a straw, maybe.
So maybe, yeah, like a dart. I'll do that. I'll just get you with a pokey tool and wake you up.
Thanks.
I'm really looking forward to this show. I've had half the amount of chocolate you had. So maybe not quite as hysterical, but it's going to be great fun, I think.
It's going to be loads of fun, and also it's still birthday, so it means that all of the birthday shenanigans, oh yeah, they are still happening even in this show. Yes, you're going to get double points. Of course, you will get that free UK delivery as well, which is fabulous, and more gifts than you can dart a pokey tool at. If you're spending over £10 or $10, you are of course going to receive these gorgeous birthday stamps, which is wonderful. That is our daily changing gift. Spend over £50 or $50 and we will give you one of our fabulous tricolour aqua markers totally for free. Make sure you're getting social with us as well, because I have got some gorgeous giveaways for you as well. I've got 3 bags to give away. So in here I've got, I've got a colorista pad in here. I've got alcohol ink, so I've got ink pads, I've got dies and stamps and a whole host of other wonderful things. I am going to do 3 oh no, I've knocked my bag over. I'm going to do 3 giveaways in this show, and to enter, all you need to do is chat along with me over on Crafters TV and the Facebook live feed there, or across on YouTube. Don't forget about the download as well, our weekly free download. Make sure you go to the website and grab that. It will be under the Colour Me Happy section of our website. We have got on this show what I think was one of the biggest launches of this week, and it's going to be the star of the show. Of the stock we had for this show, already 10% of it has gone, and I just can't get my head round the fact that you get a whole collection for £38 or $57. You are going to get the 4 packs of markers. So you're going to get Floral Meadow, which has the bright floral, the warm fiery, the fresh verdant. You're going to get essential neutrals in here. You're also going to receive the basics, and you're going to get the great outdoors. Each pack has 3 markers in it, therefore it has 9 markers, therefore you get 36 markers in total, which is awesome. Have I worked that out right? I think I've already got the maths wrong, but we'll see. We'll get there as we go through the show. If you are a member of the club, you can get these for £30.40 or $45.60. Which I think is truly, truly awesome. Now, we've also got the Sparkle Pen collection on the show for you, which is absolutely awesome. Let me take you through what you're getting in the Sparkle Pen collection. These are the 6 packs, a fantastic price. You're saving $63.94, $83.70 on these, which is awesome. You've got 5 of the 6 packs in here, so you are going to get autumn, winter. Check out the bling. You're also going to receive Coastal Cottage. Then we've got Floral Garden, Spring, Summer, and Nature Trail. And last but by no means least, because you can bling everything up, you've got the clear overlay as well, which means you can bling up whatever it is that you want to. Now, we've got the aqua tints available for you on the show. Thus is them. This is what they look like. You're going to get loads, though, in this collection. You get 6 collections. Let me take you through the colours that you've got in here. So here you can see all the colours that you've got. You will get Shades of Spring, Falling Leaves, Afternoon Tea, you've got Metallics, and you're going to get Vintage Chic in here as well, which is awesome. Let me take you through the colours that you're getting in this fall collection. So here is the Shades of Spring, then you've got those Falling Leaves, we've got the Winter Warmers, the Afternoon Tea, Vintage Chic, and you've got Metallics there as well, which is awesome. £50, $78 if you want to go for those ones. Something else that's on the show, it was a late edition. Breaking news, guys. It was on the verge of a sellout last night during the Cartload show. We've managed to restock. You know that awesome bundle where you get the rocker blocks, and then what we're going to do is give you as well £30 worth of mystery rubber stamps. We've got it back in stock for you as well. The rocker blocks on their own, £20 the rocker blocks are worth. You're not even paying for the rocker blocks. You're getting an extra £30 worth of stamps included in here as well. 65% off on that one, which is absolutely awesome. Already 10% through the stock that we managed to get reloaded for this show. Tricolour though, it is going to be the star of the show. It really is. But the tricolour markers are absolutely awesome. What I'm going to do is let Leanne take you through all the different colours you've got and why we've put these together. Because our aqua markers, Leanne, so incredibly popular, aren't they? But these, they kind of make it even easier, I guess.
They make it so much easier, Joe. This is the fantastic brand new Tricolour Aqua collection, which builds on the fantastic tri-blend concept that we've got, where you have 3 colours in a marker, but it changes that concept up because these are now watercolour markers. So with watercolour markers, you don't need 3 colours the same in a marker as we have with tri-blend. You need 3 different colours which work together. And so what we've got here is a very carefully curated collection of colours so that you have the colours that will work together, will complement each other, will blend to mix new colours. What you can be confident of is when you use these colours together that you won't end up with a horrible muddy mess. You will just get beautiful complementary colour schemes, building many different colours in the interim with the joins, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So you can see here with your colour basic collection, you've got your warm primaries, which is basically your RGB, and that's going to mix myriad other colours for you. You've got your cool primary, and you've got your complementary set of colours there, which is using the colour wheel technology. We've then got our floral meadow, and you can see there that we've got our bright floral, our warm, what does that say? Our warm fiery, I think that says, and our fresh verdant. And then we can see here we've got botanic natural, we've got cool marine, and we've got rich floral. And below you can see the 3 different colours that you have in every marker, very carefully curated to work together, to blend, to complement, to be the perfect combination in a marker for you. And then we're moving into our real essentials, where we've got our lovely greys, and we've got our neutrals, we've got our rich neutrals, and we've got our earthy colours as well. So what you've got in these 12 markers, actually, Joe, is all of the colours you need to be able to create landscapes, portraits, florals, cute characters, washed backgrounds, fabulous watercolour techniques, anything that you want to do, but simply and easily with the confidence that these colours have been very carefully curated to take all of the effort out of selecting colours away from you. So you pick up a marker, you put down the colour, and it will work effortlessly for you. Now what you're also getting in these Tricolour Aqua markers, Joe, not to be sniffed at, is all of the technology that you would expect from a Spectrum Noir artist material. So in our Tricolour markers, you've got that fantastic Japanese fibre brush nib in there, and Japanese nibs, as you know if you're a colourist, are the pièce de résistance. They are the highest tip of the tree point when it comes to quality for a marker nib. And then we've also got our proprietary ink formulation in there. Proprietary ink formulation means our manufacturer makes this ink formula for us and us alone. You will not be able to get this in any kind of mass-produced, easily sourced, OEM branded marker other than ours, because it is made for us, tested by us, and proprietary to us. And that gives you the confidence that this ink in here in the marker is the very best it can be to give you maximum blendability, superb movement across the paper, all of the techniques that you want to work with, and vibrancy that is hard to believe for a dye-based marker of this nature. So you get all of that real artist quality, high-end specification in these markers for a fraction of the price with no compromise on quality or performance.
Awesome, absolutely incredible. I've got a nice little graphic actually to show you of all of those different colours that you're going to receive in there. And you think about it, this is organised across just 12 pens. 12 pens give you all of those different colours, which is absolutely incredible. Did you go for these from the launch? Have you already received these? Maybe you got the one as the £50 or $50 gift. Then absolutely let me know how you've been getting on with it. I think you're going to love it. I think it makes it even easier. The aqua markers, lots of people talk about the aqua markers being a great starting point. These are even easier because all the colours that you need to use together are right there. Lots of chatter about everything on the show as well. Rose says, the bags today are amazing, fingers crossed. Sparkle pens are fabulous, says Jules. Carol saying, yay, sparkle pens. Marty says, yay, my favourite show of the week. Catherine saying as well, she loves all of her Spectrum Noir products. Disorganised Crafter, can't wait to play with the tricolour markers. And Katie says, it's a very good price on this collection, especially considering after your club discount. Absolutely is. Club members can get themselves a complete set of Spectrum. What's going on here with the hair, Joe? A complete set, sort it out. A complete set. Beautiful again. A complete set of Spectrum Noir markers in the club. If you're platinum, £30.40 or $45.60. Even if you're not in the club, £38 or $57. The price per marker, if you're not in the club, £1.05. £1.05 per pen, per nib, which is unrivaled value. It really is. What would you use these for then, Leanne? Are they specifically for florals or animals or landscapes, or are they a good all-rounder, these?
Well, do you know, as soon as you ask, before we get into the demonstration, let's have a look at some samples, because you'll be able to see the quality of the artwork that we've got here and the types of different things you're going to be able to achieve. So you can see here we've just got a very beautiful watercoloured image here, which is what they have been designed for. We've also got, look, beautiful landscape scenes that you can see there with the sea and the sand and the sky, that wonderful painterly watercolour effect. These markers are creating this for you. Then we've got something which is much more vibrant and pastel, a beautiful birthday cake. Look how fabulous that is. Again, very painterly in its effect. We can do these lovely background washes. You can see here with the stones in the background and that lovely window box, how fabulous that is. We can start to do our real watercolour pieces, our pieces of artwork that you can see there. Here you can see our cute characters. And these are the stamps that we've got for you on the show as well, Joe, that perfectly complement these markers if you're interested in these. Really cute characters with all the texture and the fur, the depth, the dimension. This one has to be my favourite standout. The round on that plant pot, the lovely compost bag, the ground that it's sitting on, all just looks like high-end watercolour painting. And you can go subtle if you want to. You can really do your landscapes and your trees because you've got those earthy colours. You can go full-on cocktail. This is for me and you, Joe. This is me and you written all over it, this particular sample with that cocktail. Cheers to you when we finish tonight. That looks fabulous, doesn't it? And then this one, beautiful. That background has been done with the markers. The bluebells have been done with the markers. And when I've shown you how the marker actually works just in terms of moving the colour, I'm going to show you how you can create this yourself very quickly and very easily.
Awesome. They are really, truly versatile. And the great thing is about them, £1.05 if you're not in the club. Also, we haven't even spoken about, Leanne, The fact that you get the bag included as well. And when I'm giving you the price per marker, that includes the cost of the bag. The bag is actually worth £12. So if you subtract the cost of the bag, I mean, it is absolutely unbelievable the amount that you are getting here. And the thing that I love about it is it holds a full collection. You've got a full collection from Spectrum Noir, which is truly portable. It takes up no room. You're never going to lose it. I mean, they are an amazing, amazing proposition. How easy to... How easy to use are they, Leanne?
That's the chocolate kicking in. That's the chocolate kicking in. They're very easy to use. Let me show you how. So I've got my marker here, which is from my primary collection. And this has got my flame red, sunflower and marine colour in here. And I'm just going to take the lids off just to demonstrate to you what we mean by 3 markers in one. So you can see there that your marker splits in 2 and we've got our red, our yellow and our blue marker all nesting together in one marker to give you that beautifully curated set of colours. So I'm going to start with, let's start with the red, why not? And I'm just going to lay the colour down. So you can see how soft that is with that beautiful Japanese nib, how vibrant that colour is. And then I'm going to take some pure water, nothing added to the water at all, and a brush. And you see how I can move that colour and move it all over my cardstock. And the payoff. Payoff is how far it will go and how you can go from intense all the way to beautifully pastel, all the shades in between with one swipe of water and that one colour from that marker. Now, take that a little bit further, Jo, on another piece of card and use all of the colours. And I'm going to use some of my red. I'm going to use some of my yellow.
Would you ever use
Some of my
would
blue.
you ever use one on top of the other, or do we need to be careful about contaminating the nibs with these?
No, I am going to show you in the next demonstration using them one on top of the other
Awesome.
as well. And then how to clean the nib. And now what we can do is still move this colour. So I've got this beautiful blue, and as I move that up, clean my brush just to stop too much contamination as I move through them, because what I want you to do then is see is as I move the yellow and the blue together, look what happens. I get that beautiful green mixing in between. And this is what we mean by carefully curated colours to give you infinite colour options. So that yellow moves. And then if I go and move the red, exactly as I did before. And actually what you can see here, and this is the testament to a true quality watercolour marker, no staining of the card. That red colour was waiting for me a good 30 seconds to a minute while I did this, and there's no staining or lining. The colour is still moving. That's the quality of the ink in our marker. And so if I move this now and I move the red into the yellow, it mixes me an orange, and I get a transition from the red to an orange to a yellow to a green to a blue. And that's all with that one marker. Now that's how I get my colour transitions from each of the pens, how they blend, and what we mean by carefully curated colours, Jo. What else can I do with that? Well, another piece of card. I'll get a big piece this time, I might need it. Same pen, exactly the same pen. And then what I'm going to do now is take my blue and my red side by side, and I'm going to, with my water, mix a new colour. Now, when I mix those together, I get an exceptional denim navy blue. Look at how beautiful that is. And it doesn't go a horrible muddy colour. It's a lovely, deep denim navy. So I've mixed a brand new colour just using those two together. Now let's see what happens when I put my blue and yellow together. And we know what's going to happen, don't we, Jo? It's going to give us green.
Honestly, Leanne, can I level with you? Can I tell you a secret?
You tell me a secret,
I
Jo.
am absolutely beyond hopeless with colours. You could ask me what any 2 colours make, and I would never be able to tell you in a month for Sundays what colour they're going to make.
Oh.
I don't know why I'm so bad. I feel like it's my Achilles heel.
Oh, right.
The
You don't know
mixing
blue
of
and
colours.
yellow.
And I wouldn't be able to tell you that blue and yellow made green, no.
Oh. We'll have a. Do you know what? We're going to have a night, Jo, when all this madness is over, with a glass of Sauv Blanc. And we're going to do a colour mixing class.
Okay.
Just for you.
I just feel like maybe I was on holiday maybe I was on holiday that week at school, you know. I just feel like it never went in.
Okay, well look, I'm not going to look. It's like me with my pronunciation of French words, Jo.
and
I'm
Carver.
not going to hold that against
Thank
you.
you.
So thank you, Frexinet. And if you haven't been watching, you don't know what that's about, tune in because we'll tell you.
Yeah.
So you can see how I did my red and yellow there, and I got that lovely orange colour. Now that's just using the different colours. So I've got my navy, my lovely deep green, and my orange, mixing equal quantities of the same colour. What happens if I do now a little bit of blue and a big bit of yellow? So I just vary the quantity. So I'm changing the recipe, and I'm using my water again, and then just mixing those colours. Look at this now. So you see, I've now got an entirely different green to this green up here.
I know you're mixing them together on your paper there. Can you mix them together on your mat, for instance, on your glass mat, or like a craft mat, if you wanted to mix them
Absolutely,
off the page?
yes, of course you can. I'm just doing this so that you can see those colours on the white cardstock and how much of those colours I'm putting down for when you come to do it at home. So I've reversed what I had here, and now I've got more blue and less yellow. Bring those together, and I get this lovely turquoisey aquamarine colour. Now, what I want to point out is this one, and this one uses the two exact same colours from the marker, just varying the quantity. How fantastic is that? Now, what happens if I do the same with my red and yellow? So if I do a big amount of red and a little amount of yellow, and this is, I've only picked up one marker here, Joe. You can do this with every marker in this collection, but what you'll get is obviously different colours with it. That's a lovely tomato colour, that, isn't it? Lovely.
Oh, it's delicious.
Like a nice deep orange. And then we can do the opposite. So we can go a lot more yellow and a little bit of red, and then mix them together.
It really makes me want to just get some images stamped out,
Yeah,
know, and sit
and
down,
start
just
colouring.
start playing around, just seeing
Absolutely.
what you end up making.
What
Because
you
you
end
can't
up
do it
with.
wrong. It's just a piece of cardstock. You just throw it away and go again.
Absolutely.
But you're going to spend. I think you're going to get these home. You're going to unbox them. You're going to spend hours doing exactly what Leanne's doing here.
And you will have the best fun. And I've got a lovely kind of nectarine colour there, I think you would say. Now I can go one step further with all of these, and I'll show you with this one, and then we'll move on and do something a little bit more exciting. So I'm going to do quite a bit of red, as I did before, and not quite so much yellow. I've got that there, about the same quantity. And then I want this to be more of a terracotta colour. I want to, what we would call, knock it back, so that it doesn't have as much vibrancy. Well, remember the colour I used up here to get this lovely navy was blue, wasn't it? So if I add the third colour from this marker into that mix, but in a very small amount, when I mix this together now, all three of them, I get a lovely terracotta colour.
Oh, wow.
And I get a really nice colour of terracotta, not a horrible muddy brown colour of terracotta, because the three colours work together really well in the collection. And we can put that into any one of these and make a more muted vintage colour by just adding a little bit in. That is one marker and not anywhere near all of the colour mixing options you've got. And you have got 12 markers and 36 colours to go out when you're doing this, Joe.
How awesome is that? Loads of you chatting away. Lynn Traversa says, looks forward to learning lots of things. Claire says she's so excited for this show. Lynn says she loves all the Spectrum Noir pens. She's just placing her order now for that tricolour bundle. Kat says as well, Leanne, I want my cards to look like yours. Deborah says, I love the cat. I've ordered them all, talking about the stamps. Candace says she loves the stamps that go with this collection too. Ellen says, such vibrant colours makes colouring in so much more pleasant when you have great pens like these. It really does. Lynn says, well, I love watching Leanne show how the different techniques tend to do her colouring. A lot of people say they want to come to our colour mixing class, Leanne, as well. Disorganised Crafter says she wants in. Stephanie as well says loves the blendabilities of these. Randy says she's got all of the original aqua markers and these would be a really lovely colour. They would actually. A lot of people as well talking in the comments about they are of course colours that you're going to find across your aqua marker collection if you've got the full selection of the aqua markers. However, for when you're travel or you're moving around, you know, you've actually got you know, every single one of them in there. You've got 36 different colours. in there for you, ready for you to use and go and move around. Alison says, never thought of mixing like that. Rosora says, so many colours with just one pen. Sue Hints loves the vibrancy of the colours. And Candace says, thanks, Leanne, for your awesome demonstrations. Getting busier and busier and busier on these now at the moment. Remember what you're getting in here. Actually, do you know what? Can I just show you that big... I'll show you all the colours again on that lovely big picture, because it's fabulous, and I think it just shows you everything that you're getting absolutely beautifully. All of those colours are living within just 12 pens, which is awesome. You're going to get the Floral Meadow collection, the Colour Basics collection, the Great Outdoors collection, and you're going to get the Essential Neutrals collection there as well, which is absolutely awesome. Great price, £38 or $57. That includes the storage. That means for the pens, the price per marker, including the storage, £1.05 or 84 pence. If you are in the club, if you're not in the club, £1.05 per pen. If you're in the club, 84 pence per pen. If you are in the US, you're looking at $1.58 a pen. Platinum members, $1.26 a pen. And we're going to throw in the storage for you as well. Also, what you might want to grab as well is some stamps that have been made to go with this specific collection, which I always think is lovely to have stamps that have been made specifically for a collection. So in here what you've got is you've got Let Love Grow. We also have You Brighten My Day. You Brighten My Day, Leanne. You do. This one here is the Puppy Love. So you've got that gorgeous, not just see that gorgeous little pup there in that bicycle. What you've also got here then is You're So Sweet, A Little Surprise. And we've also got there as well, Have a Wonderful Day. Those stamps designed specifically to go with these. The great thing about these as well is what you're getting is not just a focal point on the stamp, you're also getting sentiments in there as well. So going to enable you to make a full project with these, which is awesome. $31.96 or $39.80, $25.57 or $31.84 if you are platinum and in the club, which is awesome. So many of you going platinum as well during our birthday events, because remember, every single one of you is getting double points across absolutely everything, which is awesome. Googie says, at these fantastic prices, I'm tempted to get a second set of the sparkle pens to have at the caravan. Absolutely, the prices are that great. On that note as well, don't forget to get yourself over to the Crafters Companion website and make sure you've had a look at all of the birthday deals that are running over there, because there's great deals on a whole host of stuff, and birthday only runs up until Sunday. So, I mean, I know, I don't make the rules, but it's got to end sometime, and that sometime is Sunday. So if you've had your eye on any of those amazing birthday deals, definitely think about doing that sooner rather than later. Right, Leanne, are you ready?
I'm ready, Joe.
I knew you would be.
I thought we'd have a look at stamping one of those fabulous stamps we've just been looking at there, and having a look at our rocker block as well at the same time. Because, you know, it's not very often I get to tell you about rocker blocks and how I love them and still use them practically every time I rub a stamp. Now, Joe, I've been demonstrating craft on TV for quite a few years, you know, because we've been friends all of those years.
We have.
And before I had a rocker block, I would not demonstrate live on TV stamping of any type, because so many different things could go wrong. When you're using a big flat stamping block, you might not get your pressure right, you might get it over inked, you might get some shadowing, you might get pieces missing, you can't go back in with it. It was just so many things that could go wrong. Your rocker block, because of this fantastic curved technology that we've got here, where it is on a rock, you can see it's on that curve, means that you get brilliant distributed pressure as you put that on there. And then these guide rails that we've got here mean that the surface of the stamp is the only bit that actually touches your card as you stamp with it. So it gives you perfect stamping every single time. Ink it up. So I've got my clear stamp on here. I'm using my Finesse waterproof ink pad. I'm using Flagstone, which is a dark grey. I like it because it's a little less harsh than black. Just making sure I've got that really well inked up. I'm not worried about getting any mess on my block or around my stamp. I don't have to clean it because the guide rails on my rocker block will stop that from transferring. I then put my rocker block on its heel. When it's on its heel, I rock forward, heel to toe, and I get an absolutely perfect stamped image every single time with no mess, no smudging, no fuss, no blurring, no missing bits, no double lines, just a perfect impression every single time. If you've struggled with stamping, your Rocker Block will absolutely make a professional out of you.
Awesome. Just to let you know, remember that Rocker Block deal? You're getting £20 worth of Rocker Blocks in here, and so you're getting 2 sets in essence. So we've given you a discount on that, and then what you're going to get is £30. It's going to be a lucky dip, £30 worth of our rubber stamps, which is awesome. Now, this sold out at the end of Cartload last night, okay? And basically, we had to beg the warehouse team to put some more together for us, because as you can imagine, it's very busy over there at the moment. So the team over at HQ, they begged and they said yes, but we were only able to put a small amount back together for you. So the stock that we now have compared to that big stock we started with is tiny. 20% has already gone. I wouldn't be surprised to see it go in this show. So if you want them, grab them. You're never going to get a better deal than that, are you, on the Rocker Blocks, Leanne?
You're not. It really is phenomenal. And if you haven't purchased a Rocker Block yet, if you're not in the Rocker Block gang, then this is the time for you to get them and try them. So many people have been to so many classes with me over so many years, have always said, I can't rubber stamp, and I've got them a Rocker Block and a stamp, inked it up and said, here you go, stamp something. They've stamped it, it's perfect, they've bought the Rocker Blocks and it's revolutionised their crafting for them. Really, it will make it very easy. I can't recommend them enough.
Awesome. Make sure you grab those. Right, what would you like to show us next with these markers? Because that blending was sensational, Leanne.
It was amazing, wasn't it? And these pieces are drying now, and I just want to show you quickly on this one, because this perfectly demonstrated for me. The colours are not splitting into the sum of their parts. What do I mean by that? With an inferior quality ink in a watercolour marker, what you would have on this one, for example, when this had red, yellow and blue in it, you would have this terracotta colour with a red halo, a yellow halo and a dark blue halo, because it would all start to split into the colours that made this colour here. This doesn't happen with any of ours. You can see there is no colour haloing because the colours mix perfectly for you. I just wanted to mention that because it's a really important point and demonstrates the quality of our ink in these markers.
Absolutely.
So
I'm just hearing how busy it is, Leanne. I think we are in danger of breaking the internet at this rate. If we get any busier than this, we are in meltdown. So many of you have placed your orders for these markers since we started this show. Like, I'm almost breaking out into a sweat. It's that busy, Leanne. We're going to get complaints from the warehouse.
Well, you know, they're just going to have to suck it up and get on with it, Joe, because...
Have you ever thought about a career as a motivational speaker, Leanne?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would be brilliant. Just suck it up and get on with it, pet. Because these people want their orders and it's birthday week. There's no good morning about it. No good morning about it at all. Right, so now what I've got is just a little piece of watercolour cardstock, and I've got 2 of my markers. I've got this lovely, kind of really vibrant teal blue colour. I'm going to use this really... beautiful, it's almost a Crafter's Companion purple, that a lovely orchid colour in the centre. What's it? It's hot pink, that's called. And then I'm going to go with the purple, and I'm going to go.
These are lush, aren't they? These colours.
And then I'm going to go back to the blue. So I've got all of that colour on my cardstock. Now I'm going to use my water. I've got some mucky water there. You will use some clean water. And what I'm going to do is just mix these colours into a background, and then we're going to dry it. So what I do is I start to mix this colour, and then before I move into this next one too much, clean your brush. And when you've cleaned your brush, then what you can do is start to use this one and then just bring it up a little bit. And you see then it mixes a new colour, a transition. Clean your brush again, come back into that colour that you put down. This is how you stop them all from getting too muddy on the page. Into this next colour, clean your brush, then work on that colour alone. Clean your brush, and then back into this colour again. And then what we'll do is dry this to stop the colours moving too much. If you don't dry it, the water will keep moving around with the ink, and those colours will get less defined and start mixing together. So we'll just give it a quick dry.
Awesome. So with these then, Leanne, can we still do all of the things that we could do with the aqua markers by the way of, the technique-y things, as I call them, that we do? like the salt, is it when you put the salt on and dry them out? When you flick water on and remove the colour, I guess what I'm asking is the ink in these the same as the ink that was in the aqua markers? Are these is each pen or each colour of pen in here going to be as versatile as all of those other aqua markers were?
It is exactly the same ink and all of the techniques are possible. And in fact, what we're going to do now is the full bleaching technique that you've just referred to.
It's as if we are like in tune
I mean,
today,
honestly,
isn't it?
well,
Or
like-
maybe we're the same person.
Well, maybe they are. Do you know what we're like? We're like
have-
magnet and steel.
We are more hinge and bracket, I was thinking.
Maybe.
But, have you ever seen us in the same room at the same time? If not, maybe we're the same person. Who knows? Leanne got the fabulous hair. I got the wit, obviously.
Of course, of course. Now, what I'm doing here is just getting my picking some water up on my fingers, and then I'm just going to flick it at the cardstock in a random fashion. So I'm just going to literally flick that water on there. Now you can drop some larger pieces if you want to, or you can just do some little spritzes, just whatever you want to get a nice covering, a random covering on there. The longer you pause and leave that, the more impressive your full bleach result will be, because what's happening now, the water with capillary action is sucking the ink back up off the surface of the card into the fluid, so that when you put down your kitchen towel to blot that up, what you're left with is that beautiful four bleached technique there. Look how divine that looks.
Awesome.
Could that be any more beautiful and impressive? It's really gorgeous, isn't it, with those colours? And it's very, very easy for you to do to make those lovely distressed backgrounds. Now, what I'm going to do is take this bluebell picture that we've just rocker-blocked, and we're going to use the same colours that I've just used to make that background to colour the bluebells. Now, what I can do here is take the purple and the pink. So I'm going to do a little bit of that violet at the bottom, and then I'm going to do a little bit of the purple up this side here, and then I'm going to take that lovely blue, because it is a bluebell. So you see, I've put the three colours that I want to use for the bluebell down on the card. I then take my water. Now when you wet your brush, this is important, when you wet your brush, take the majority of the water off the brush. So you wet it and then you touch the brush to the kitchen towel. So you're using a damp brush, not a wet brush. Okay, so we've got that there. And I'm going to just keep watercolouring. And then all I do is move the colours together with my damp brush. And because of the quality of the ink and the superior movement that we've got in here, what that does is immediately watercolour you the most perfectly watercoloured bluebell with all of those little colour highlights on there. And you can do that across all of them. You don't just have to do one at a time. So now that I know that this colour scheme works for me, all I need to do is go and apply that to each of these little bluebells as I work around, and then I can go and watercolour them all together.
How sensational is that? I was just working out, because I was telling you, wasn't I, that the pens really are worth £1. They're £1.05 per colour when you get them in the set. But actually, do you know what I was thinking, Leanne?
Yeah?
They're not really, are they?
No, it's per
because, do you
marker.
know why? Because you're going to pay £11.99 is the storage that you're getting included as well. So really, if you take the cost of the storage off, because you're going to buy the storage anyway,
course
the
you are.
true cost that you're paying for the markers is actually £26 and a penny. That's all you're paying in the UK. Not even taking into consideration club discount to get you a full collection. When you divide that by 36, what you're actually paying per pen is 72 pence per pen, really. Each marker, of course, contains 3 pens. 72 pence. I can't even imagine going out to a high street stationery store and even getting like a felt tip pen. Can you, Leanne, for 72 pence?
So can I just check, is that 72 pence per pen?
Per pen, yes. And then per
Divide that
colour.
by 3, or per colour?
Per colour. So if in
Per
my
colour.
head, each marker has 3 pens within
Okay.
it. Or 3 colours within it, yes.
Yes. That's very true. It does, as you seen me show you at the beginning with the red, the yellow and the blue.
Absolutely.
I mean, that is fantastic, isn't it? And when you consider that each in that marker, so we've talked about several times about how Japanese brush nibs are the, you know, top of the tree, the pièce de résistance, as we like to say. I don't know how to say it in Japanese, so I'm saying it in French. When it comes to quality for a nib, then you've got 3 of those nibs in that marker, so the quality is absolutely exceptional. And absolutely, as you say, the value for money is off the chart. Having the wallet, having those markers, and then having this proprietary ink formulation, which is going to do this blending for you effortlessly, as you can see here, which is going to give you those Japanese nibs as well. I mean, just look with those 2 markers and popping the colour down and then just moving that colour around with my brush. Look how vibrant and watercoloured and beautiful the tones of those bluebells are. Now I can do the leaves of these bluebells with 1 green marker. So I'm going to take my this one here. Which one's this? This has got lime, sage and moss inside. So again, all I'm going to do is draw up the side here with my moss. Oh, this might be sage actually. Is that that's moss? Yes, moss. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the lime. So you can see I'm doing one side with the moss on these 2 leaves. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the lime alongside. And you see, anybody can do it. This is just drawing lines, Joe.
Do you know the thing that would always hold me back with the aqua markers was me not knowing, because of course, you know, talking about the fact that I don't really understand colour and the way that colour goes together, the thing that would always stop me doing that, Leanne, is the fact that I wouldn't know that if I put green and yellow together in my head, I wouldn't know if I was just going to end up with a brown or what was going to work. See,
okay.
It just doesn't work for me, where these pens are an absolute game changer, because I know that as long as I stick to the 1 marker with the 3 pens in there, I know that those 3 colours, those 3 pens, they're going to work together. I haven't got to worry about anything else.
You're absolutely right. You haven't got to think about it, not even for a minute. You just pick that 1 marker
Whereas
up.
everything would be brown when I use a regular marker.
And you know, that's what so this is one of the reasons why we do these tri-blend collections, for you who really do worry about that or maybe haven't had a good experience with it. So it ends up being educational, because what you do is you work out, you find out which colours will work together, so you can do that again going forward in projects. But actually it takes all the worry out of it for you. You don't even have to think about whether it's going to work. You pick up 1 marker, the colours are carefully curated, and it just does it for you. And look how lovely this looks once it's all started to be painted together with that
gorgeous.
lovely bluebell background. And then because I used the same 3 colours for the bluebells as I did for that little piece there, you see how if that was a finished card piece, the background and the bluebells match perfectly. Different colours, but exactly the same effect. And that's all of the techniques that I've just shown you, just with a different colour palette, and then just laid up into a card. That is what it's going to look like for you, and that is how easy it is to do.
How fabulous. Rachel asks on Facebook, is there an open time before you have to use the water to blend? I.e., how long can I colour now and come back once it's dried and then move it with water, or what's the time frame, Leanne?
So that it is a dye, and so you couldn't put it on now and go back tomorrow. But you could leave it for, you know, if the doorbell rings and you want to go and answer the door. The longer it dries, the less it will move. Okay. So, I mean, what we can do, if you like, is colour a little piece on here and then leave it for half an hour and come back and see what happens. Why not? And then you can see that happening live. Let's do that.
Well, the time now on the 4th stroke is 44 minutes past 4, Leanne.
Okay, so I've put that orange ink on there, and then we'll come back in 15 minutes or so.
Let's do it, yeah. So let's come back at 5 then, yeah?
Yeah, and just have a look and see what happens.
Oh, I love it. A live experiment.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a children's TV programme. I love it. Loads of you still chatting away. Terry saying how pretty these are. Vicky says, I really like that the colours are all designed to work together. Makes colouring so fun and interesting. Christine says... Christine's asking about the colours and whether they are part of the original Aqua Marker range, Leanne.
Yes, they are. So they are exactly the same colours as you might have in your Aqua Marker range, but what they are is carefully curated to work together with those 3 colours in a marker with your 3 nibs. And what you get is markers which take a lot less room to store, because with a tri-blend marker, you don't need to store 36 markers, you store 12 markers. But you also, the most important thing for me is the carefully curated colours to give you that exceptional blending, that beautiful complement, as you've just seen me do with all of those little demonstrations there. You're not going to get mud or brown or a mess. You're going to get a beautiful result. You're going to get an ombre and be able to mix new colours, and it's just going to look like you are a colour aficionado and take all of the effort out of it for you. So if you've struggled, like Jo said, then this is going to be perfect for you. But actually, if you are just a very experienced colourist who knows exactly which colours they want to put together, what you've got is a very portable range of high quality dye-based proprietary Inktoon Spectrum Noir Japanese fibre nib markers, 3 colours, which you can take with you, no problem at all, wherever you're going, not having to cart around 36 markers. It might just be sitting on with a lap tray on the night in front of the TV and only having those 12 markers on the tray with you and being able to colour a myriad of different things that you've already pre-stamped. There are so many different things you can do with these, but you don't compromise on quality and you don't compromise on performance.
Absolutely. It's very, very busy on these. We're getting really busy. I'll just come back and I'll recap the tricolours for you in a moment. I want to remind you of the awesome stamp collections that you've got here available for you as well. These are super, super gorgeous. So these have been put together or designed specifically to go with your aqua marker. So you've got Let Love Grow in here. We've also got You Brighten My Day, which is this set. This one here is your Puppy Love. You see that cute little pupster in there. This one, You're So Sweet, a little surprise, and you've also got in here as well that gorgeous one you saw Leanne using there, Have a Wonderful Day. Now, $31.96 or $39.80 to get those. $15.98 is your saving in the UK, $19.90 you're saving in the US. So you've got a really great deal there. Now, the rocker blocks getting busier and busier here. 30%. We managed to, as I said earlier, get a little bit of stock back just because we knew how much Leanne was going to be using the rocker blocks in this Colour Me Happy shows. So we didn't want, when it sold out last night after Cartload, we really wanted to be able to bring it back for you. So we worked really hard. We've got a little bit of stock. 30% now of this stock though has sold out and gone. You're going to get 2 collections of our rocker blocks in here, which is awesome. So you're going to get the larger ones, and you're then going to get the smaller ones in here as well, which is awesome. Then what you've got also is you're going to get a £30 worth. So you're going to get a lucky dip for £30 worth of our awesome unmounted rubber stamps, which are perfect to use in conjunction with the rocker blocks. The rocker blocks on their own are worth £20. So we've given you a great deal on the rocker blocks and then given you a £30 worth of stamps for free included as well. It is an incredible offer. I don't think you'll see an offer like this again, certainly not this year, on our stamps and rocker blocks together. So if you want to grab that, please be quick. 30% of the stock of that has gone, which is awesome. Now, should we do a giveaway? I think it's time for a giveaway, don't you? Now, this is bag number 1. Oh, let me just detach my bingo balls. There you are. And in here, there's loads of stuff. There's a paper pad, there's dies, I can see stamps in here, a whole host of fabulous goodies. It's not going to stand up, is it? And the first winner is coming from Facebook, and it is Karen Brailsford. Karen Brailsford, congratulations. You are the winner. The window? You're not the window, you're the winner. Congratulations, Karen. You're a window. You're a winner. 067 is your bingo ball, Karen. I am popping you in to the Tombola of Fun to see if you are in with a chance of winning that grand prize on Sunday. You need to email us. This is what you could be winning. That plethora of crafty goodness could be coming your way, which is awesome. You just need to email us, prizes@crafterscompanion.com. Prizes@crafterscompanion.com is where you need to email us, which is fantastic. Right, let's go back to the markers because shut the front door and it's that busy. Like, it is extremely busy at the moment. A fifth of the stock that we had set aside for this show has now sold out and gone. There are so many of you ordering at the moment that I'm worried we're going to break the internet. It is that busy. Remember what you're getting in here. These are those carefully curated colours that you've got in here for you, which is awesome. So you've got your colour basics, which is going to give you your warm primary, your cool primary, and your complementary markers. Each one of those, of course, has then got those three colours, those three pens within there. The Essential Neutrals collection is giving you that earthy neutral, the rich neutral, and the grey neutral. You've then got the Great Outdoors. That's got the Botanic Natural, the Cool Marine, that rich floral. Do you know what that just says to me?
What?
That is like going on holiday to Thailand, to a luxury hotel, arriving in reception, they have the biggest spray of exotic flowers on the reception desk. That's what it reminds me of. And this one here, your Floral Meadow. This one's lovely. I particularly like the bright floral. It's very bubblegum, very girly, which I love. And the Warm Fiery and the Fresh Verdant, also equally beautiful. You get all of that for £38 or $57. And you're going to get the marker case, storage case, which is going to store those for you as well. Subtract the cost of the case from that £38, it makes it £26 and a penny you're spending on the markers. If you look at the price per colour, you're looking at 72 pence per colour. That is before you've even removed your Club Inspire discount as well. It really is awesome. So Club Inspire members can get this today for an incredible, incredible price as well. 30.40 or 45.60 is your price if you are in the club, which is phenomenal. And that is a whole collection of something as well, which I just think is awesome. There's nothing else for you to get in this range. You have got the lot there for that price. When it comes to affordability, if you were looking at a new range and you didn't want to break the bank, Leanne, you know, you wanted a new way of working, but you want it to be as cost effective as possible, I don't think you're really going to be able to top this, do you, for value for money versus the quality that you're getting and the fact that you can get a really comprehensive set for that price.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. And the quality is exceptional. Please do not underestimate that. Just because our pens are not expensive to buy when compared to other markers doesn't mean that they're inferior in any way. In fact, I would be confident to stand here and say they are superior in every way. We just don't believe in charging you more than you need to pay for them. And that is because we want to bring innovation, we want to bring quality, but we want to bring affordability and make everything accessible to everybody. And we don't want to make things that are priced out of somebody's budget so they can't join in with the fun. So you get premium ink, Japanese fibre brush nibs, proprietary ink formulation, artist quality markers for a fraction of the cost of what you would pay for an artist marker, and you get all of the performance with no compromise at all. Really, they are fabulous, Joe. They are, in my opinion, the very best out there, and you are going to be able to achieve the things that you're seeing me do really effortlessly yourself at home.
Oh, absolutely awesome. I know you're going to love using them. I know that some of you have probably received them. Maybe some of you have already received them. If you have, let me know in the comments how you are getting on with them as well, which is awesome. Right, now Leanne's moved her cup. What would you like to show us next, Leanne?
I mean, really, that's my painting. That's not a cup of tea or a gin in there. That's my painting water. It's my painting water. Okay, I've got it out the way for you. No problem. Demanding.
I love how it must sound really weird that people can only hear half the conversation. Leanne is having a full-blown conversation with our director Adam about her cup.
So what we've got on our rocker blocks are some crosshairs here, and the crosshairs allow you to get lovely straight lines. It's a really good alignment system. So on this stamp here, we've got on, and this is the image that we're going to stamp. It's our lovely teacup stamp that I've got there, our afternoon tea. Can you see how you've got a line of the wall here? You've got kind of the table and the wall behind. So I want to get this nice and straight. I don't want it to be off skew like a donkey's back leg. So what I can do on my crosshair with my stamp is line up that line. Just pick a part of your stamp which should be horizontal, line up that on my crosshair, and now I know when I stamp this, it's going to be perfectly straight. This is what your rocker blocks are fantastic for. And so you see we've got there, and when I ink it up, a really lovely straight stamp, which we can then go and stamp onto our piece of watercolour card. So we ink it up, we don't worry about getting any ink on the side of the stamp, on the rocker block itself, because this unique rail system will prevent that ink from transferring to your project and make sure only the surface image touches your card so that you get a perfect result every single time. Now if I rock this down heel to toe, exactly as you've seen me do earlier, you see a perfect image with a very straight horizon line there, because I picked the point of my stamp, which should be horizontal, and lined it up with the crosshairs on my rocker block, which allows me to get that perfect straight positioning. I don't waste my card and I don't get frustrated.
Awesome. Leslie's asking about the tricolours. Can the tricolours be mixed or used in conjunction with any of our pencils?
Yes, absolutely. All watercolour products can be used together.
Oh, really?
Yes, they play nicely together. So, you know, we've got our sparkle inks on the show, they'll work together. We've got our aqua tints on the show, they'll work. We've got our aqua blend pencils, they'll work. Anything that's a watercolour will work in perfect partnership with all other watercolours. No problem at all.
Oh, awesome. That's great to know.
Now, we're going to colour this in. So we're going to get I want a nice china blue colour. Me old china. We're going to
I
go
was thinking me old china.
me old
as well.
china. We're going to go with
I've
this
never heard
one.
it called a china blue.
Yes, china blue.
I wonder what that comes from.
From Blue China.
Oh. But like the country china, like China.
No,
or, like crockery
China.
china.
Like my water cup that was in the way before. China.
China. I
So
get it.
you know when
Did all China used to be made in China? Is that why it's called China?
well, China was from China, yes.
Yeah.
But how many times can you say the word China in one
But
in
what's
one
the
segment?
difference between China and bone china? Is bone china from China as well as China?
Yes, it is. Bone china is finer than China.
But both bone finer that's finer from China and China are from China.
Yes.
Fabulous.
And it was done traditionally in white and blue. You know when you see that lovely white and blue old-fashioned china on the dresses in old English homes, that was the traditional look, which is why it's called a china blue.
Ah, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah, there we go. I mean, we're all about the education here at Crafters Companion, regardless of the topic. So I'm going to use this lovely china blue on my teapot, and I'm just going to put a little bit of the colour around the perimeter, like this. You know, I'm going
It's
to...
so funny that we didn't call everything from Crafters Companion after, where it's from. Everything would be called Newton Aycliffe, which would have a different ring to it, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. That's very true. That's funny. So I've just put the colour on and then I'm dragging it out. So you see, with my damp brush, you see I'm just doing like little agitated movements. You see I'm doing little circular movements there. That's just moving the colour. I'm preserving my highlight in the centre, which you hear me talk about a lot when I'm alcohol colouring too. All that does is it means when you come to do the final movement of your colour, you get that lovely transition from dark to light and you get that rounded look and feel.
That looks fantastic, Leanne.
Doesn't it look lovely? And you get that lovely watercoloured look. And we do the same on the spout. Now, I do like to work on a small area at a time when I'm doing this, because if your water pools outside of if you leave a little bit too much water on your brush and it pools outside of the area that you're colouring, you can rescue it by blotting it up. But if it runs into some of the ink, it might run out and ruin it. So I do like to work on a small area at a time. And I'm just using one of these fine brushes, which are always on our website. And you can see all I'm doing is little circular motions just to agitate that ink out. It looks fabulous, doesn't it?
It really looks awesome.
Now, this is nothing to do with my skill as a colourist and everything to do with the quality of this Japanese fibre brush nib and also the ink, the proprietary ink formulation in there. Because actually, Joe, anybody can do this. You can see all I'm doing is dabbing on some colour from the marker, getting a damp brush. So I wet my brush, I take the excess off on my tissue always, so it's damp, not wet, and then I just agitate that colour around and it does it for me. Could not be easier.
Really, really fantastic. Very, very busy, of course, as well. The value is amazing across this collection. I even love the look and feel if you were just using one colour. I know that the colours are curated to work together, Leanne, but even on their own, they're gorgeous, aren't they?
They are, and actually we're going to have a look at how to do some stamping with one colour and then just drag it out too to get that really lovely monotone look. And you just keep going with this, so you just keep adding the colour wherever you want it to be darker. And so I'm going to go all down the side of the cup here. And this is a top tip for me when you're watercolouring. Just apply your colour in one area and then drag it across the rest of that area. So you see I've applied my colour on those mugs on the left hand side, and then what I'll do is with my damp brush is just again little circular motions agitate the colour so I get that lovely watercolour look happening. Preserve my highlight, so don't go all the way over. Clean my brush, so I take any excess ink off the brush and then go and agitate that out a little bit further there. And what that does is allow you to dilute and bring that colour out, and that's what gets you the dark to light shading and makes it look really, really lovely.
Awesome. And it just looks great. Even on a single colour, you can see there how much depth that you're getting with these, which is awesome. I think they look better when they fully dry as well, you know, Leanne, when it completely dries.
It really does make a big difference, actually. Now, can you see what's happened here? Just I'm going to point it out. See how I didn't, when I brought my brush across my card, I hadn't dabbed the water off, and I've done a couple of water spots, and it's made a couple of water spots there. If that happened, just go in, pick up a little bit of the ink and brush back over, and it's took those water spots away, if that happens to you. So I'm going to now try and do the cake. Let's do the cake. So this colour is perfect for that, this desert colour, because we're going to do our Victoria sponge. And so, oh, I might have another bit. So this is great as well, you see, because of your carefully curated colours. If I didn't quite like that colour, you see how I was able to change it. But because they're in the same marker, it's not going to be a problem when I decide to do that. And all I'm doing is just adding a little bit of colour where I think I want it. And this time I'm going left and right. And I'm going to put a little bit more here. And then I'm going to do exactly as I did with the teapot. So awesome. Wet my brush. Bring that water in so you can see. Now, if
this was you having afternoon tea, you know, and a cup of and a slice of cake, what cake would you be having?
Oh, coffee and walnut.
Mmm, delicious.
I love a coffee and walnut cake, Joe.
Absolutely.
It's my favourite.
Yeah, I think it might be my favourite. You know, along with I've got a few. I do love like a chocolate fudge cake, I must say. It's also another one of my favourites.
I find them a little bit too rich.
Really?
Sometimes for me. I mean, I love it, but I can only have a very small piece. I can't eat a full big piece.
Okay. Yeah, I can eat a full piece, especially if it's got, I mean, it was never up for any kind of, it was never up for debate really, was it? I can definitely eat a nice big piece, and I love the bit at the end that's got all the chocolate fudgy bit on at the end, and it has to be warm with cold double cream over the top, or heavy cream over the top.
Now, you see, I leave that big chocolate fudgy bit at the end. I can't eat that bit. I eat everything else and I leave that on my plate.
The end bit?
Yeah.
We need to go out for cake together, because if you're leaving the end bits, man alive,
you can have my end bit.
You're a good cake partner.
Yeah, absolutely. I will donate my end bit to you, Joe.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Because I can't eat them. It's just too stodgy for me.
It's too sweet for you, is it?
Yeah. I think so.
But Emma over at HQ, her mum makes a coffee and walnut cake, and she brings it into the office occasionally. Have you had it, Leanne?
I have. It's delicious.
It's heavenly. And she makes the most amazing chocolate fudge cake as well, and the best bananas bread. Sounds wrong, doesn't it? Banana bread as well.
Bread.
Emma's mum. Oh, Emma and Kieran's mum. The best cakes, honestly.
Are Emma and Kieran related?
They're brother and sister, yeah.
Never in the world.
They are, yeah, brother and sister.
Well, you learn
something
new every day.
Did you not know this?
I didn't know this. No.
So Emma helps.
You know what they call me, Joe? Leanne Mushroom.
Why Leanne Mushroom?
Kept in the dark. Kept in the dark and just fed all of the manure because I never find anything out.
Oh, you do. Oh, you do. Yes, so Emma, for those of you that don't work in the office, Emma, you're thinking, who on earth are these people they're talking about? Emma works helping put together the shows. She finds the deals and builds all the deals and collections for the show. And then her brother Kieran, he works upstairs in the very important office upstairs with the finance people. And I think Kieran, does he he has a little bit of a hand in how much stock we've got, is that right? Stock control.
He does. Kieran does stock control and he does reorders. So if ever you want to, if ever anything's out of stock and you want to berate someone, it's Kieran.
Right, okay, awesome. So maybe it was Kieran then that helped, Kieran and probably Emma to a degree, that helped get us those rocker blocks back in stock.
Now, you see, I'm just continuing with my pattern. Doesn't it come together lovely? You can see that there. It starts to come together really nicely. And then if I want to do my jam, I'm going to do my jam in here. I'm going to do it red at the bottom here. Then what you can do is take one of your clear sparkle markers, and give a little bit of lovely sparkle to the jam and to the cream inside. You can absolutely do that if you want to. Or you can use that clear overlay in a jar, the sparkle, and just paint it on if that's what you want to do. And what you can see I'm doing here is I'm not worrying about watercolouring these strawberries in this jam. I'm actually just using my marker as a marker and getting that ink down there just to give that colour.
Does it take a long time to dry if you're using it neat? Does it take longer than
No.
if you've watered it out?
Actually less, to be
okay.
honest, because you don't have all of the water on there. So you can just keep adding that, Joe, and then you would do and I'll just show you how to do this quickly because it's on my finished sample and I don't want you to be confused and wonder how. To do the tablecloth, you're just going to add your colour exactly as I did before when I did my background. Add the colour you want, and then with a little bit of a wider brush this time, and your water, you would just bring that colour out and watercolour that down.
How fabulous.
Okay, and bring that round like that. And you'll do that all over. Now, when you've done that, this is what you're going to end up with.
Oh, love it.
Doesn't that look lovely? And very,
Really
very easy to do. I've used some different colours there, but you can see how fabulous it is and how easy it comes together. And on the background here, that's just one of those faux beach backgrounds that I showed you how to do earlier when we did the bluebells.
Oh, absolutely awesome.
Now,
I love that.
It's after 5 o'clock, Joe.
I am starting to feel, I might have to go next door and get some chocolate, you know.
Well, actually, I was thinking about painting the orange
Oh,
thing
okay.
that we were
I was
going
thinking
to
about
paint.
my sugar. I was thinking about my sugar crash.
Yeah, I thought you might be. I was thinking about the orange thing that we promised to paint at 5 o'clock.
It's 5:05. It's definitely time for chocolate.
So Joe's completely forgot about the fact he was reminding me to paint the orange thing, and he's thinking about the fact that his chocolate stash has run out.
Oh.
So I'll show you the orange thing, and Joe can worry about his chocolate stash. So this was done it's now done 20 minutes ago, actually, because we did it at 1:45, didn't we?
We did indeed.
So now I've got my wet brush, and let's see what happens.
Oh.
Moves.
Oh.
So it moves. Oh, actually, it moves fine.
Well, is it staining a little bit, would you say? Or?
No, I wouldn't. Would you think? Oh, a little bit there. It's a little bit darker there.
Yeah.
But actually, not so much that
Not
you can actually
hugely.
see it. No.
Yeah.
So that's after 20 minutes. So that's about how much open time you've got with the inks. And actually, it will still be open in half an hour and an hour. You'll just get less movement because the dye will start to dry on and dye the cardstock.
Okay.
And eventually, it will get to the point where it won't move at all because it is a dye. And that's what you would want it to do because you don't want, once you've made a beautiful project, you don't want to splash it and have it ruined. But, that time will lessen. But you can see there, after 20 minutes, that's moving fine.
I think that's absolutely awesome. It is so incredibly busy on this marker collection, as we knew it would be. Remember what you're getting in here. You're getting 4 collections. Each collection has 3 markers, and you've got 9 colours in each one of those as well. So in the colour basics, you're going to get the warm primary, the complementary, and the cool primary. You've also got the essential neutrals in here, which is the earthy neutral, the rich neutral, and the grey neutral. You've then got the Great Outdoors. Love this, especially loving the cool marine, the rich floral. You've got the botanic natural in there as well. And then you've also got the floral meadow there as well. They are the colours that you are getting. They are absolutely gorgeous. I know you're going to love them. It is incredibly busy as well across all of those. Now, maybe you want a bit of bling in your life. Maybe that's what you're after. But then you need this collection just here. Now, did I see Craft Scene Investigation torch come this way earlier, Leanne?
You did. I put it on
Where
this
did it
chair
go?
arm for you.
Oh, it's
Can you see
there,
it?
Bear with. Craft. You've seen Crime Scene Investigation, haven't you? This is the lesser known spin-off of Crime Scene Investigation called Craft Scene Investigation. It's the second episode in the first series, so you're going to love it. Right, I want to show you these boards because look what happens, right? Ready? You get nice and close. You see, look, but when I shine a light on them, look at all of that
There.
glorious
there.
sparkle.
Oh.
Isn't it amazing? I feel like it's a little bit Mulder and Scully for some reason as well. Maybe it's the light, I don't know. But can you see there how it gets even more blingy? Look at that. Ooh, how awesome is that? Right, let me take you through the colour ways that you've got in here. You've got autumn, winter. You're also going to get coastal cottage. There is floral garden. You're going to get spring, summer. You're also going to get nature trail. And you're going to get this one as well. Now this one, can you look at that? Look at all of that there. Oh, gorgeous, isn't it? Clear overlay. And the clear overlay is the most versatile because it blings up. I love this. I'm going to take this everywhere with me. It blings up basically anything that you want to add it over, which is awesome. If you want to get the sparkle pens, this is an incredible deal on the sparkle pens. You're saving $63.94 or $83.70, which is amazing in its own right. Club Inspire Platinum members can get this for $59.20 or $78.40, which is absolutely brilliant when you consider that you're getting 5 of our 6 packs of sparkle pens and you're getting 3 of the clear overlay in here as well. They are some of our most popular colours, and again, sparkle pens so incredibly versatile. Brilliant price on these. This particular collection. Wouldn't you agree, Leanne?
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean, that is phenomenal value for money. If you're getting all of those not aqua, I've got it on the brain. Sparkle pens. For that amount of money, that is phenomenal value, really it is, because I know they were significantly more expensive than that, but you get fantastic payoff, all of that beautiful sparkle, and all of the techniques actually that you've seen me do with our Tricolour Aqua today, you can do with those sparkle markers. You can use them in exactly the same way, but everything you do will have that intense sparkly shine attached to it, which is absolutely fabulous if that's what you want to achieve.
Awesome, and don't forget as well, we've also got a great deal on our aqua tints. So this is how the aqua tints come to you. They're in 3 jars of 3. Let me take you through the colours that you're going to get in here. So you're going to get Shades of Spring, which has got your pink champagne, your moonlight and your soft jade. You're then going to get the Falling Leaves, which has got your smoke quartz, your olive jade and your harvest moon. You've got the Starry Sky, the holly leaf and the red berry in your winter warmers. Afternoon tea gives you teacup, macaroon and biscuit. This one here gets the sage, the fig and the peony and the vintage chic, and finally the metallics, which has got the onyx black, the sterling silver and the spun gold. £40 or $62.40 if you're a platinum member and you want to get your hands on those, which is awesome. Right, Leanne, what would you like to share with us next?
Right, we're going to have a look at how we can use our clear overlay to spritz with and really bring our Tricolour Aquas to life. And we're going to look at how we can actually use our Tricolour Aquas as an ink pad as well. And if I had to pick a favourite technique for using aqua markers in any way, tricolour or regular, or even sparkle markers, this is my tried and tested favourite technique ever for watercolouring, because it makes you look like an amazing artist and you have to have 0 skill, which is all good in my book, because the stuff you can achieve will look incredible. So I've got my Bluebell stamp already mounted onto my rocker block ready, and then I've got my marker here which has the purple, hot pink and heather colour inside, and then I'm also going to use my marker which has the moss for the leaves. So I've got my moss for leaves. Now what I'm going to do is just angle my marker 45 degrees. So you're not going to colour vertical like this. You're going to have a 45-degree angle and you're stroking the colour onto your stamp. Okay, so we're stroking that, stroking, and that is going to put all of that colour on there for you. Then I'm going to take the opposite end of the pen and just put some little highlights of the opposite colour onto the same Bluebell, and you won't get any colour contamination, so you don't need to worry about that. Then I'm going to take the moss and I'm going to do exactly the same on all of the leaves that I've got here as well. There we go, stroke that on there, on here, and then all the way around. And actually with this look, it's very much a organic look, which means if you get some cross over of the colours into areas where you wouldn't normally have them if you were doing some precise colouring, doesn't really matter, because you are going for a very organic, mixed, waterly painted look and feel. Okay, so I've got those colours on there. Now what we have to do is huff. So that means breathe on it, which gives enough heat and moisture to activate the ink. Like that. Why is that funny?
Oh, it's just funny. I don't
No,
know. I don't
good.
know. I feel like it's you're always doing a little tune when you do it.
That,
Yeah.
like that, yeah. So now look, we've stamped that, and that is lovely just on its own if that's how you want to have it. But it really comes alive when you start to paint it. And what you're going to do is just dampen your brush again, as you've seen me do before. So that's dip in the water, take the majority off, so it's a damp brush, not a wet brush. And then all you do is pounce the brush onto the stamped areas, and the magic painting will happen for you. And anybody can draw a pen onto a stamp, as I've just done, and then with a damp brush, pounce that brush on the image and get this beautiful watercoloured look and feel. This could be not more simple, could it, Jo?
No, absolutely. I mean, very, very simple. And I think if you did want to make some really lovely quick cards or postcards or tags or, you know, anything like that, or maybe you wanted to do something really quickly for the front of a little journal or something, or a notebook, how easy is this, that you're just really letting the stamp do the work for you and then just coming in adding a little bit of moisture? I mean, I think pretty much anyone out there is going to be able to do this. I do think these are probably maybe the most accessible range that we have now, wouldn't you agree, in our Spectrum Noir range?
I would
Leanne?
agree. Absolutely, I would agree, because anybody can do this. And because watercolouring does have a very organic look to it anyway, then, you know, even if it's not absolutely perfect, it doesn't matter, because it looks like you always intended it to be that way. And it just really looks very artistic and very painterly, not forced, very real. I can't think of another word other than that, Jo. It just is beautiful in the effect and simple for you to achieve. You see, that was achieved in a matter of moments. Now, what we've got left, Jo, on our stamp is ink, and we don't want to waste that ink. So what we're going to do is take our spritzer. I'm just going to put a little bit more water in my spritzer with my pipette. 1 second.
Oh,
'cause
you're filling your own spritzer over there?
I'm filling my own spritzer with my pipette. Look at that, with my pipette. So
How
clever.
awesome.
I know. I'm very proud of myself for working out how to do that earlier. And then I'm just going to do a little light mist from a distance, like that. You don't have to do that at home, but you know, just a nice little mist. And what that does is just dampen it enough for you. And then we're going to stamp this on a piece of cardstock. So you see, look, you get another one there, and then we do another tiny little mist. It just keeps activating the ink, and we can turn it round and just get some random positioning. And every time we do another little mist, we get another piece, we get another ability to stamp another image, and we can build a watercolour effect background with the waste ink, but it's not waste because you're using it. And then what you would do at that point, this is the exciting bit, and you know, if you want to put some more ink on there, you can. I'm just going to show you that as well. I think just take a second.
You're just going rogue, aren't you?
I am going rogue. I'm going to dry that off a little bit, and I'm going to put a little bit more ink on here because I want it to be a little bit more intense when we do the next bit, so you can really see it. So a little bit more ink.
Diana says she thinks this might be her new favourite technique.
Oh, Diana, this is my very favourite technique. I cannot recommend this enough. If you've never tried it before, just try it, because you are going to get beautiful results. So I'm going to just stamp another couple of these.
You're using watercolour paper here, I'm guessing.
I
yeah?
am using watercolour
Wonderful.
paper.
The watercolour card is back in stock actually over on the website, and it's part of our 3 for 2. It's just back in stock actually, so make sure you go and pop some of those into your baskets, and make sure you're going to be able to do this as soon as you get these home.
Now I've got my clear overlay here, so actually I'm just going to give it a shake because I need to make sure that the sparkle is all mixed inside. And then what I'm going to do is just pipette a little bit out into my spritzer. So my spritzer has 1/3 of water in. It's not full, not empty, just a little bit in there.
1/3?
About 1/3, yeah. And then I'm going to take 1/3 of a pipette of sparkle, clear sparkle, and put that inside. That's all you need. Close up your pot. Take your spritzy mechanism. Give it a shake. And then what we can do with this is now spritz sparkle ink at these. And look, see how that starts to move? Look at this. And so it starts to all mix together, intensify the colours, get really painterly and gorgeous. But then when I dry it, it will have the most beautiful, intense
This is a bit of a
shimmer
game
in here.
changer, isn't it?
Do you love it? It'll
love
have
it.
the most intense shimmer in there. Now that looks like a piece of designer background paper made by you.
As
in no
Cheryl Cole
time.
would say, I don't like it.
You
I
don't-
love it.
Oh, thank you. Now what you need to do quick is dry it. And the reason you need to dry it quick is because if you don't, the colours will continue to move and they'll all mix into each other. And so you want to stop the movement if you like the effect pretty quickly. And you can see as I'm using my heat gun how it's all starting to move around anyway and go a lot softer. But what we've got are the colours exactly the same as the stamped image we did, and we're able to make this really beautiful, also almost Monet-esque,
Oh,
beautiful
absolutely.
background.
Move over, Van Gogh, Van who?
Van who? Monet who? Rembrandt who? If they'd had Spectrum Sparkle back in their days,
Oh, can you imagine?
oh, they would have been thrilled.
They'd have been famous while they were alive.
Yeah. I mean, they would have been winning at life, Joe. That's what they would have been.
Absolutely, nailing life is what they've been doing.
So I'm going to finish drying this and then I'm going to waggle it at you so you can see all of the beautiful shimmer that's in here. I mean, I can see it now just looking at it, and it's absolutely glorious. It really is. If I need to get my telephone and put the torch on, I will. Because sometimes the artificial lighting in the studio interferes with the sparkle. But when you're actually at home, you'll be able to see how amazing it is. So I'm just going to stop with that because I think that's pretty dry enough now. And I'm just going to clean up the mess underneath. And then I'm going to waggle it at you as it is now. And let's see if we can catch that lovely glitter shimmer on there. Can you see it?
Oh, I can see it.
Because my...
It looks a bit 3D. Oh.
Can you see it better?
Yeah.
If I
can
put
see
it
it's
flat-
subtle, isn't it?
It's subtle. Can you see it like that? Is that better? Oh, maybe. Oh, I'm going to...
Oh.
There. Hang on, there. Oh.
Yeah, there it
Oh,
is. As
look.
it gets drier, you can see
As
even
it gets
more.
drier, you can see more. Look at all of that sparkle. Look, you can see it now, and that is all over the base piece. I love that as a background paper. That looks absolutely exquisite. And what now you do is you mat and layer, and you've got your topper and your background paper, the most exquisite piece, which will work together. And then when you put it together in a finished project, this is what you can create. And that looks like a really high-end, expensive greeting card that you would pay a fortune for to be hand painted. And you've done that yourself at home in 5 minutes. I mean, really, Joe, it's fantastic. And I wish I could reach out through and give this to you all to have the experience of watching and moving it and looking at that amazing sparkle, because it will blow your mind when you do it at home. I can't recommend that you do this enough.
It is great. If you want to go for the sparkle, the clear overlays, a couple of different ways of getting it. It is in the individual sparkle pots. There's a 3 for 2 on some of the sparkle pots, and it's part of that. You can get the sparkle as a sparkle pot on its own if you want, $12.99 or $19.95. It is also available as part of the multi-buy on the sparkle pens, and it's available individually as a clear overlay pen for $12.99 and $16.95 as well. So there is loads of different ways that you can get hold of it. It's completely up to you. Loads of you still chatting away in the comments. Diana says, oh, this could be a favourite technique. Candace saying, what a fantastic way to spend a morning. Pamela says, so cool, great technique as well. And then Stephanie says, you go, Leanne, love it when you go rogue. Diane says she loves the show today. She says, Joe and Leanne and the CC team, thanks for making my day off so enjoyable. You're more than welcome. Susan says, do you know what? Should we make someone else's day whilst we're at it? Should we give something? Should we do another giveaway? Oh, let's see what's in here. Oh, more fabulous card stocking. Oh. I don't know how they've done this. I hope Simon doesn't know what's in these. This one's got a waterfall card making kit in it. Can you believe that? We're just giving it away. I mean, we really are giving it away, Leanne. We're just, you know, we may as well go home. You've got embossing folders in here, dies, an ink pad. Do you know what I need as well? We both need one of these, Leanne. Have you seen these little Crafters Companion trolley tokens?
Oh, I love them. I've got one of them.
I haven't got one of these.
I've got one. In fact, I've got two. I'll give you one.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
These are the most handy thing in the world. Right, let's give this bag away then. We're going to give this one to... It's going to YouTube. It's going to Randy. Randy Griggs. You are the winner of the fabulous bag. Your bingo ball is B7. Let me rummage in my bingo balls and find number B7. There it is. Right, let's grab this. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop this into here. So I'm just going to pop this in. I'm going to close this up. There we go. Let's give this a good old mix. And make sure you join us on Sunday when some lucky crafty soul out there is going to win all of those fabulous prizes that you can see right there. Randy, you need to do me a favour. You need to email prizes@crafterscompanion.com. That's prizes@crafterscompanion.com. Susan's asking about the clear overlay mixture in the spritzer. Can you leave it in there or will it clog up?
No, you can leave it in.
Oh,
Yep,
awesome.
Leave it in, no problem at all.
Wonderful. Donna Mahal says, oh, I love it. I've never seen this technique before. Sam saying how amazing that last demo was. Charlena saying, I'm going to have to try that technique. Never would have mixed sparkle it with water to make a sparkle background. Imagine, oh, Leanne.
Yeah?
I've had a thought.
What?
Imagine just like spraying everything with that. Just like even white paper, you spray it, it's sparkly. Matte black cardstock, you're making a card. You just spray it.
So that is exactly what I do.
Oh,
yes,
what
I
you do?
I do that. I have got spritzers filled with clear sparkling, and I just do it over plain white card, over a piece of 3D embossed card like this lily we're going to colour up in a second, and then just spritz it with that clear overlay, and on white make a card with white ribbon and white and everything. It looks classy and exceptional.
Imagine saturating your toilet paper with that and embossing it.
That would be
amazing. Would that be
special?
It would be so special. We are going. I need to let you know that the tricolour markers, 30% of the stock we had allocated for this show has now sold out and gone. Remember what you're getting in here. The value is off the chart because you are getting your basics, which is going to do all these colour combos for you. You're going to get the essentials set in here. You're going to get the great outdoors set. And you're also going to get that floral meadow collection as well. Absolutely awesome. You're also getting as well the storage that you need to store those. The thing that I love about them most is that it is 12 markers containing 36 pens that is giving you a complete collection. It gives you an absolute plethora of different options when it comes to using these markers, which I think is fantastic. If you're in the club, remember £30.40 or $45.60 to get all of this. Even if you're not in the club, per marker, including the cost of the storage in there as well, keeping that in, £1.05. If you're in the club and you're a platinum member, 84p. In the US, $1.58 per pen. If you are not in the club, $1.26 if you are. That is including the cost as well of the marker in there too. It is absolutely phenomenal value for money, whichever way you choose to look at it. Loads of you still chatting away. Julie Shockley says, Leanne, you're going to make an artist out of me. You found a light.
I found my phone. Can you see that better? I really can see it better. Can you?
Oh,
I don't know. I'm so wanting you to see it. Oh, you're nearly seen it there. Oh,
there it is.
Look at that. There we go. I just needed to get my telephone out for you because it spreads the light further. That is what you're going to be able to achieve. Look at that. It's truly, look at this.
Holy moly, sparkle is what you're getting there.
Look at it. Beautiful. Sorry, I had to show you.
Not a problem. Julie says, Leanne, you're going to make an artist out of me yet. Sue says she's going to try it at the weekend. Cindy says, oh, and the clear sparkle pens, I need those as well. Alison says this is a fantastic out of this world show. I have to agree, Alison. Sue Thomas says, didn't realise you'd get an overlay in a bottle. Another purchase for me, please. Loads of people loving the tricolours and the sparkles as well. Leanne, what would you like to share with us next?
So I thought we'd just look at how you can transform a 3D folder embossed onto some watercolour card with some of your tricolour markers and get a really fabulous and quite impressive result. So I've got a few markers here, and so what we've been talking about up to now is just using one marker with those beautifully curated colours, but actually all what you've got here is 12 markers, 36 colours. Use them in any way you like. So once you use them in the 3 colour curated sets, you can actually use just different colours from different sets together too. So we're going to start doing that, and we're going to use a lovely bright blue. I don't know if I do, which colour blue do I want? Do I want that one or that one? Oh, I think I'm going to do this one and then a bit of this one. There we go. I like that. That's nice. And I'm going to have that mixed in together.
I didn't imagine you were going to lay them right down on the card, you know. I thought you were going to put them on the mat for some reason. I don't know why.
We can do both. So I'm going to put these colours on here so you can see this happening. And then I've got another piece, and we'll do it with the on the mat, and you'll be able to see the difference in the two.
These colours remind our producer Erin of Florida. What about them, Erin, reminds you of Florida? Just so bright and sunny and like the beach, just like Newton Aycliffe.
I don't know about that. Might be a stretch.
Maybe.
It might be a stretch. So I'm just putting the colour on there, and then exactly as I did before, I'm taking my brush and my water pot, dipping my brush in, and I'm using my big brush this time, and I want a little bit more water, and I'm just going to dab this colour along. So I'm moving the colour on the...
Definitely a dab
piece.
and not a pounce.
It's like, it's a mixture between the two.
Oh, it's a dance, a pab.
It is. It's kind of a swipe, isn't it?
Because it looked like
I'm
more
like
like
doing a
it
bit of
looked
a
more like a
squish.
pounce than a dab to me.
Yeah, and then, see, I'm doing a bit of a swish, and then
A swish and a dab.
yeah, swish and a dab.
Fair
to
enough.
get into the little
Glad-
areas.
Just glad we got that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, then you know what you're doing, don't you?
Swish and a dab, that's what all the kids are doing at the moment, isn't it?
Apparently so. My nephew's got that down, apparently.
The
A dab.
swish and a dab.
A dab. You know, they do that funny thing, don't they? Off to the side. Oh, thank you. Can you, I missed it.
Missed it.
I missed it. Oh!
I think it's more like that.
I
but,
think
you
that was
know.
more like your uncle at a party. But better than I can do,
You
Joe.
get the idea.
We get the idea. And so I'm just moving the colours along, and then we'll dry them. So you see, I'm cleaning my brush in between each one. And then what I do is to move the line between the join, I go finally, and I just do a little like that. And that starts to make it look like it's an ombre, moving between all the colours. Keep cleaning your brush between each colour, and then you won't get the contamination between colours. And just keep doing that. There we go. Here we are. And then the next one, we're going to do this here. This is the lovely blue. So I'm doing my swish and my dab, and then you would dry. I've got one already dry to show you, so you don't have to wait. I just thought it's nice to see how to use them in lots of different ways with all of the things that you've got at home, because you collect all your crafty stuff, don't you? You've got all of your
It's very
embossing
rainbow,
folders.
this, isn't it?
It's lovely, isn't it? I really like it. So when that dries, now let that dry. You've got all of those lovely colours together in that fabulous ombre. When it dries with your heat gun, this is what you'll get. Because all of the water has evaporated, and then you've got those lovely colours.
Love it.
And you've got that really lovely 3D effect. Now I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to go searching for a pot of gilding wax, because it's brilliant to do gilding over the top once you've done your watercolouring. It looks amazing.
It really is awesome. I'm going to get you some gilding wax, you know, whilst you dry.
Okay, no problem. So I'm drying this.
Oh, you found it already. Well, that was funny, wasn't it? Do you have to explain now what happened?
Yeah.
Leah said, I'm going to find some gilding wax. And I was like, oh, I'll go get you some gilding wax. And it's like, oh, she's got some gilding wax already. Right there. Very, very busy on this collection at the moment. £38 or $57. Gets you all of it, gets you the storage as well. Remember, you've got absolutely everything in there, which is brilliant. Club Inspired Platinum members get this for $30.40 or $45.60, which is brilliant. Loads of questions still coming in to us as well. So keep getting those questions in. Remember, we've got another giveaway to give as well to do before the end of the show. So if you want to be in a chance with winning that, then stay social with us over on Facebook or across, of course, on YouTube as well. Vicky's asking, Leanne, if you could colour onto the embossing folder and then spritz it before you run it through the machine.
Oh, should we try?
We
can try. I don't mind trying anything. We'll just put the gilding wax on here and then I'll get a piece of cardstock cut and we'll try it. Why not?
I think that sounds wonderful.
So I'm just dipping my finger in the gilding wax, and when you've put it on, you always dab it off again because you don't want too much. And then just tickle the surface, Joe. Tickling.
Pouncing, swiping, tickling, dabbing, with all the things today.
All of the words. And what that does is just pick up the 3D embossed texture with that lovely watercolour effect underneath. And you pick up the detail emboss, which brings out the leaf pattern. You can see that there with that lovely just gilt effect on. So it makes it stand out a little bit more without destroying that beautiful watercolour look that's underneath, but it makes the pattern a little bit more obvious. And I really love doing gilding over watercolour. It's honestly, it's one of my, especially over a 3D folder, it's one of the things that I do the most with watercolour techniques and embossing folders. I just think it looks incredible, Joe. I really do. And then just cleaning my finger now to get all of the gilding wax off there. And what that does is give a lovely subtle gild to that little bit of texture in the background. But I've got more of the gilding on the flowers there. And how lovely is that to be made into a project when you're done and you've got all of that beautiful gild in there on top of that lovely watercolour look and feel.
Beautiful.
It looks
gives
gorgeous.
It another, doesn't it? Another layer of bling, which is gorgeous.
It really does. It just really lifts it. I'm going to cut a piece of card ready and get my plates ready. We're going to try colouring the folder and spritzing it because I think that's
Wonderful.
a fantastic idea.
Can't wait. Mary Pratt says, I think I'll try that shading next time I have my sparkle pens out. Cindy says, great spending time with Leanne and Joe. Well, it's great spending time with you as well, Cindy. Patricia says, I was never much into colouring before discovering Crafters TV. Now, this is Friday colouring show. Is my favourite time of the week. Peapod's Crafty Corner on YouTube as well says, Leanne, I always tell my hubby that Friday is my colouring class because I feel like you're teaching us so many new things every single week. It is like a little class that we have, isn't it? It's like a little education. And the great thing is as well, when we bring you all of our colouring products here at Crafters TV, all the Spectrum Noir products that we bring to you, we give you all this education totally free of charge. We don't charge you for it. We don't put it in, modules and then charge you for it. It is all here. And you can go back and watch every single one of our Colour Me Happy shows back whenever you want. We've been doing them every single Friday since, I want to say probably April, I think we started with the Colour Me Happy show. So definitely great to go back and watch all of them back whenever you want to. Now, let me take you through the colours that you've got again in here. 4 different collections, 3 markers in each collection, and then 3 pens in each marker is how these are going to come to you. You've got Floral Meadow with the bright floral, the warm fiery and the fresh verdant. You've got the basics with the warm primary, the cool primary and the complementary. You then have the essential neutrals, and in there you've got the earthy neutral, the rich neutral and the grey neutral. And then finally you've got the botanic natural with the cool marine and the rich floral as well. All of those looking absolutely gorgeous. £38 or $57 gets you all of these, which is brilliant. Right, Leanne, I'm super excited to see how this next demonstration turns out.
I've got a couple of things to show you.
Ooh.
So, you know how I love to go rogue? I'm going rogue again because you've found our drawing gum on the website. And so I thought, let's have a look at how this drawing gum works, because you really do love it, and it's really nice to be able to get a feel for what you're going to do. So I need to let this dry for a minute. So we're going to paint the drawing gum on here, do the embossing folder demonstration where we colour it and spritz it, and then we're going to come back and look at this. So with your drawing gum, all you do with a paintbrush is paint that onto the image. And what that does, I'm going to have a look and see if this one's got a, I think these are old drawing gums. Oh, I'll keep going. We'll do it with this one. It's usually a little bit more runny than this, but I'm going to go with it. So you're going to paint it all over your image, and then what it's going to do is dry and create a mask for you, which means that when you paint over the top of it and you rub this away, what you're left with is a pure white area to do some other colouring. So it allows you to do your background techniques over the top of the mask. Honestly, I think our drawing gum is old. I think this has been around since Puss was a kitten. And I'm just going to say
Puss was a kitten. That's a new one on me.
Since Puss was a kitten, hang on. Let's just see if I can fix. We're going to fix it because
Gonna fix it?
I'm going to fix it because it's not okay. Now a pipette won't fix this, although a pipette is marvelous. Definitely don't ever mix water in it, because you'll ruin the formulation. I'm going to give it a good old mixy woo. That's a technical term too.
Right.
And give it a good mix. Good stir.
Do you think it's just not? Do you think it's just settled a bit?
I think maybe it has. There we go. That's better.
Here we go.
Here we are. That's what it should look like. Look at that. There we go. That looks loads better. Now, when this dries, it's kind of like a latex, a water-based latex in here. And so it'll dry like a...
I'm so sorry, that noise you heard was me and my water bottle.
Was
Sorry
it?
about that. So if you go to, I just realised you push the nozzle back too far on the water bottle. This happens, Leanne. Ready?
I'm ready. Oh, I thought you were just laughing.
No, I'm sorry about
at me
that.
talking about my drawing gum. So
No.
you just pop it on here. That's hilarious. That water bottle, I have to say, too funny.
Have you seen what my water bottle says?
What does
on
it
another
say?
hand?
What does it say?
It says everyone needs one. I'm gonna get a bit of something to put behind it. It says Joe Remblance,
Yeah,
TV superstar.
yeah. Well, you are.
Exactly. Someone bought it for me. How fabulous!
That is really lovely. Now, can you see what I'm doing here? I'm just painting this on and getting a nice covering. And then you would get, I'm not going to do all the details because it'll take too long. And you're going to let this dry. And when it dries, it'll create a film and it'll be like painting. You know, I don't know if you ever did this when you were kids at school, when you painted your hands with glue and then peeled it off.
Yes.
Yes, that's what it'll be like.
Oh, awesome. Diana wants to know, if you colour and then put the drawing gum over the top of the colour, will the colour still be there when you rub the drawing gum off?
Yes.
Oh, good to know.
Well, and that you can get different coloured effects when you do that. It looks great. So
Brilliant.
that's as much drawing gum as I'm going to put on there, and then we'll come back to that in a second and you'll see how it works. I would get a
Fabulous.
finer paintbrush to pick up the small areas, but you're going to get an understanding of the technique enough doing it in that way. So I'm popping that to one side now and letting that dry, and then we'll come back to it. What you do, immediately you've put your drawing gum on, clean your brush in your water, get it all off there. Remember I said it's a water-based latex. I
Right.
don't know if it is latex. I'm saying latex. Some people are allergic to that. I don't actually think it is. It just feels like that. It's not the actual material. It has that consistency, is what I'm trying to say.
Awesome.
And so then you clean that off your brush, and then you don't spoil your brush because it won't all get clogged up. Okay. So now we're going to do the fantastic suggestion by, can you remember the lady's name, Joe?
Vicky.
By
Bresson
Vicky.
on Facebook.
Thank you, Vicky. So we're going to colour this folder in. Joe, have you got any colour preferences?
Yes, I would like to use the Azure Blue Daffodil Rose Red from the... what
I've got
collection is
it.
from?
The
It's
Cool
from the Colour
Neutral.
Basics. Yeah.
Oh, Colour Basics, Cool Neutral. So we're going to colour in directly on the folder. So we're doing a 45 degree, now is this the right size? Yes, that's the right side. So we're going to do 45 degree angle again and run this through. So I've got my red there.
I guess the good thing about this, these nibs are quite flexible, aren't they? So
They
good
are.
for these kind of things.
Yes, absolutely. Well, that Japanese fibre brush nib is just absolutely perfect for this. And you'll get a lovely smooth application of ink. So you see I've got that coming down there now. Now, does... oh, I'm forgetting the name again, Joe. I'm sorry, I'm getting old. What was that
My
lady's
name?
No, the lady
No,
who
the
wants
lady's
the
name.
technique. I know your
Vicky.
name. Vicky, does Vicky want me to spritz it before I put it through or after?
Are we spritzing before or after, Vicky? You choose.
I think to be safe, because it's an electronic machine, it's going to be after.
Okay.
Okay, so I think if you spritz too much now and you get any water inside your machine, you could be on a sticky wicket. So I'm going to say spritzing after, unless it's a manual machine. So now I've got my piece of watercoloured cardstock. That's going inside. And then I'm going to make my sandwich up for a 3D folder and pop that through my machine. I love this. This is all the live experiments for all of you out there, seeing how it works and what it's going to look like.
I cannot wait to see what it looks like.
I'm quite excited to see this myself, actually. Okay, I'm doing all this for the reveal. Oh, right.
It's a Romanian flag.
Oh, look at this. Right, now we're going to do spritzing with the sparkle.
Sparkly spritz.
Sparkly spritz. And that's all going to move and be sparkly.
Oh.
Yes, you can.
I love it.
There we go. And so what's happening is those flowers, look, are standing out a little bit more. You could just do that all one colour if you like, but that's what you're going to get with your 3-colour ombre. If you want to mix that up a little bit more, there's nothing stopping you coming in with your paintbrush and doing a little bit of your scooching to just get that to move. Nothing to stop you doing that at all. Clean it in between. There we go, a little bit of scooch to get that up there. So we'll get more of a movement of those colours coming around, and then you get that moving around. So yes, absolutely you can. And I actually really quite like that result. I think that's nice. Once that's dried with the sparkle on there, it's going to look gorgeous.
Really, really lovely. And I guess, could you spritz pure sparkle overlay?
Oh yes, absolutely you can. So you would just pipette that into an empty. Let's do it. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I love how you're just going rogue today. You're really just going for it.
Yeah, I am. Well, why not? That's what Colour Me Happy's all about.
Why not?
And do you know
It
what
is what it's about.
We've got the relaxed time. You're all there watching. I'm here. I've got the stuff at my
Vicky
fingertips.
says she thought it was amazing that we did a demo just from her asking a question. Of course we will.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. We're here to answer your questions, give you inspiration, education, try things out for you, give you the confidence to try them at home. We're all having an experience together here at Colour Me Happy, aren't we? And I love the fact, unlike lots of other kind of live experiences for shopping, that we truly are interactive
100%.
with our customers. We are absolutely interactive, which is amazing, I feel, because it really, really does just give us the ability to answer your questions as you ask them.
Oh, are you going to make that one sparkly?
I'm going to make this one sparkly. So this is the one I did at the beginning of the show, and now I've got in here pure sparkle, no dilution. Oh, wow.
I feel like I just need that in a frame.
Oh,
like
my
I feel like I need like an A3 version of that on the wall.
Oh, I can do that for you.
I think that'd be amazing.
I'm going to dry this, and then, oh my word, I'm really hoping that the in-studio lights don't interfere with it too much, because honestly...
You see it sparkling already, I think.
Can you see it? Oh my word, the intensity of that is off the chart, Joe. It's amazing. Do you know what? This would look lovely, Joe. I can do one of these if you want to frame it for you.
Good.
For your new pad?
Your new pad, yeah. Maybe in the bathroom.
Oh, nice. I like that. What colour frame are you going to put on?
I don't know.
Are you going to put it in a
matte
clear
black
frame?
one.
A matte black?
Or a silver one. A metal one. A silver metal one. It's so sparkly.
Now, that is with your
Oh.
sparkle. Oh, look. Without it diluted.
To mama. Look at all
that.
that sparkle.
That is just with the undiluted gorgeousness of that sparkle over the top of those tricolour. How amazing is that? You're going to get a more subtle one over here because I had diluted it, and you could dry that, of course, but I think that looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? Look at it, just look.
It looks amazing.
It does. It really does. And you can put that over any of those tricolour aquas. You can paint it on with a paintbrush. You don't have to. So that's a point, actually. If you've got an image where, let's go back to this one. Let's go back to this one. Seeing as we're talking about it, and I'll get my paintbrush, I can use this little clear sparkle pot as a water pot. So now what I can do over the top of these little bluebells that I did earlier is dip my brush in, pick up the sparkle, paint.
You can make your bluebell sparkly. Shut the front door.
Yeah, look, all I'm doing is dipping it in and then dabbing the clear sparkle over the top, and then off that painting that I've done. And then what I'm going to have is the most intense sparkly bluebells. And you can see it's not interfering with the quality of the painting on the Bluebell at all, but when we dry it, the sparkle is going to be off the chart.
It's amazing. So many of you are loving it as well. Patrice saying, I really love this card. Betsy saying, love this demo. I will try this myself later. Kathy saying as well, wow, love all the learning we're doing today. We're doing so much learning today. Honestly, we are like veritable sponges, crafty information sponges this afternoon or morning, depending, of course, wherever you are. That is just gorgeous.
Look at the sparkly bluebells. Can you see them? Is the light catching them? Oh, 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 oh. Hang on, tilt it back.
How beautiful.
Give it a wiggle there.
They almost look like they're like...
Can you see it there?
They almost look like they're glowing, don't they? Like they're light, like there's light coming from them. That is how awesome they look.
That there in the background, look at that. That's what they're going to look like. Oh my word, they are beautiful. So yes, just put your sparkle over the top and it doesn't detract any of the look of the watercolour look underneath. It just gives it that intense, beautiful sparkle. Now how much time have I got? Because my drawing gum will be drying.
We've got 10 minutes left on the
I've
show.
got time. Oh, God. Oh, hey, it feels like it's lasted forever today, which is great. I mean, it's such fun. I'm having a great time. Should we have a couple of minutes while I just waft this and dry it a bit more?
You have a couple of minutes for wafting.
I'm gonna waft,
wafting
yeah.
and waggling.
Yeah.
Whilst you waft and waggle, I'll talk to you about the rocker blocks because it's really busy on the rocker block collection. Remember, we worked so hard. Half the stock has gone of the rocker block collection. What you're getting is 2 collections of rocker blocks. Now the rocker blocks alone are worth $19.99 in the UK. So we're going to give you a discount on the rocker blocks firstly, and then we're going to give you £30 worth of unmounted rubber stamps, which is awesome value. You're not even paying for the rocker blocks, and you're going to get these in here. If you're a platinum member, I mean, we may as well just go home now, Leanne. I keep saying it, but we're giving it away. £12 if you're a platinum member in the UK, £16, $16 even if you are a platinum member in the US. That is unbelievable value for money right there. Grab those. I think this will probably be, this will probably be the last day or last time you'll see that particular birthday deal. Talking about expiring birthday deals, remember you've got that whole area over on the website where you'll be able to find all of the birthday deals. Now remember, they all end on Sunday. So if you've been thinking about it, maybe you've been thinking about a Gemini with £100 worth of freebies. Maybe you've been thinking about getting some of those pads while they're on a 3 for 2. Maybe you're going to stock up on Collal whilst it's all 25% off. You can only do that up until Sunday. So it definitely is time to make your mind up. Shall we do the last giveaway of the day? Now, oh my word. How are we doing this? A 12 by 12 double-sided Centura Pearl card pack. Has that been a mistake? Has someone put this in here by accident?
Well, if you have, don't say anything. Keep
Oh.
quiet.
No, I'm not going to say anything at all. Don't you worry about that. We've got stamps in here, flower forming dyes, liquid inks. There's absolutely loads in here. And it is going to Lynn Harvey on Facebook. Ah, the lovely Lynn who comments all the time. Lynn, you are the winner. Please drop us an email to prizes@crafterscompanion.com. Prizes@crafterscompanion.com. Your bingo ball, your lucky bingo ball. I feel like this might be a lucky one, you know. I'm getting energy off of this bingo ball, Leanne.
Ooh.
I feel like maybe this could be the one.
Maybe.
I feel it. I can feel the energy. I'm putting it in. And we're going to give it a good old mix. Lynn, make sure you are watching on Sunday, where you're going to be in with a chance to win all of that glorious lot of prizes. There's 6 more chances for you tomorrow to get involved before that grand prize draw, which is coming up on Sunday. It's going to be absolutely amazing. How are you getting on with your drawing gum over there?
So my drawing gum is nice and dry, which is going to allow me to show you how it works. So what the drawing gum has done is mask that image for me. But what you can see is you can actually still see through the image, which is fantastic. So you can see where the colour is going to go and what you're colouring over. You haven't lost any of that definition. What I'm going to do now is take my markers, and should we have pink wallpaper, Joe?
Yeah.
What colour do you fancy? Do you fancy
Pink wallpaper?
Yeah.
What, are we going to have tablecloth as well?
Yeah, what colour would you like the
I
tablecloth?
think we should have an orange tablecloth.
Oh,
You know that
yes.
really bright orange that's
Yep,
in here?
I have got it. It is hit. Now, is it, so I'm going to show you on the little side piece here, just to be sure I'm using the right orange for you. Is it this orange? Is it this one, which is more of a reddy orange?
It's the orange.
It's the orange. Or there's this orange. Orange.
No, it's the first orange.
The first orange.
Yeah, the orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
So we're going
like the
orange.
China.
Yes, exactly. Orange tablecloth, pink walls.
Perfect.
Okay.
Sounds like my kind of house.
So we're going to pop this on here. Now, I am going over the cups because remember I didn't do the drawing gum over the cups before. You wouldn't do that at home. So I'm popping that on. I'm getting my brush, dampening it in my water pot. And then what I can do now is paint this over the entire image. This is what drawing gum will do for you. It creates a mask. So when you're doing your washes in the background, it protects the image underneath so you don't have to worry about it. So we'll do that there. And of course, you'd have a smaller piece and be much more careful than I'm being, but you're going to get the idea. And then we're going to do the same for the pink wallpaper up here.
Oh, that wallpaper's quite fabulous, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's flamingo, isn't it?
Flamingo. Oh, it is flamingo.
I like it.
Do you know isn't it up here somewhere? There's a flamingo land in the UK, isn't
Yes,
there?
it's in North Yorkshire.
Is it in North Yorkshire?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never been, have you?
I have, several
fun?
times. It is fun.
Oh, shall we go in the summer?
Oh, we can absolutely go in the summer. You can stay over
Wonderful.
as well. There are caravans.
Can you?
And there's a zoo. And there are rides.
And there are actual flamingos, I'm
And there are
guessing.
actual
I was going to
flamingos
say, so there's no flamingos at Flamingo Land. I feel like life's a lie, to be honest.
There are actual flamingos there.
And
So
have you been to Monkey World as well as my other favourite
I
place to
have,
go?
yes.
Oh,
It's
love
brilliant.
Monkey World.
I do too. Now what I'm going to do is just mop up off my drawing gum the water and the ink. See that there? And then I'm going to give this a little dry. So I was able to follow the wallpaper, follow the tablecloth. You'll take it much easier than I've just done. Give this a quick dry. Just a very quick dry. A roundabout, just so I don't get loads of ink all over my fingers, because you know how I hate that. And then I'm going to rub this drawing gum away now. So now that it's on there and I've done my painting, dried it, you'll take longer to dry it. All you do is take your finger, give it a pull, and it peels. This is what I mean about
It's magic.
look, about the latex thing. And then you peel that away and you're left with an image behind to colour in.
Now that is fantastic, isn't it?
Isn't it? Are you impressed with that, Joe? I can
So
tell you-
impressed.
I can tell you are. That is what drawing gum will do for you. It's amazing, isn't it? It leaves that white image behind. You've been able to do all of your wash. This could be your salt technique. It could be your splat technique. It could be anything you want. And then what you do is colour in your image. So now I can go in with the colour that I want to do my Victoria sponge cake in. Because this white colour is, I'm going to do this very quickly for you because I know we're probably going to run out of time. Then you can start to do your watercolouring exactly as we did before to colour in your image, because that white space is left behind. How absolutely fabulous and clever is that? Drawing gum with your watercolour effects is fabulous, Joe.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's brilliant. And I think you've seen so many awesome techniques throughout this show and different ways that you're going to be able to use these markers. I'm just going to share with you quickly one more time what you'll get included in that collection. You've got the Floral Meadow in there. That is your first collection, which is those beautiful colours there. You've also got the basics, that bright purple colour, the essential neutrals. You're getting the great outdoors, and then you've also got that awesome carry case designed specifically for your 12 pens. Fast approaching half the stock gone on this particular collection. It's very, very busy. I would say definitely check the website for the stock situation after the show. If you're watching back, sorry, after the show. Remember, if you're a platinum member, you can get this collection for £30.40 or $45.60, which is awesome. Lots of love for everything we've seen thus far in the show. Now, if you, good news or bad news, what do you want first?
Oh, bad.
If you haven't enjoyed the shows today, then I'm afraid it's me and Leanne all day tomorrow. So, there you are. Do you want to know what the good news is?
Yes.
If you've loved the shows, it's me and Leanne again all day tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so excited. Honestly, I don't get to see you enough, Joe, really. So I'm really pleased that we've got 2 full days together, and we've got a fabulous new product launching tomorrow, haven't we?
Oh, we have shut the front door. I'm not allowed to tell you that all the deals for all the shows tomorrow are live right now on the website, so I won't tell you that. Oh, wait, good job I didn't tell you. But it is, of course. Will you tell them what it is, Leanne?
It's our, can I? Am I allowed?
Yes.
Well, of course, I'm just going to break the rules anyway if I'm not. It's our fabulous new left fold alphabets, which are going to give you the most amazing three-dimensional way of customising your projects. If you've loved our alphabets before, these are going to set your world alight.
They are indeed. If you liked the shadow alphabet, these are a bit along that theme, but totally different in look and style. So you're going to absolutely love them. And then me, Leanne, and Tiffany for a Totally Tiffany takeover. Boom, as Tiffany, sorry, would say. I do think you should start saying that as well, because I think that would be a great catchphrase for you. But we're going to be joined by Tiffany, and we had such a scream, didn't we, last time we all worked together, Leanne?
We had the best fun. I'm so looking forward to it. What better than a birthday week with our fabulous Tiffany in there? And I will start practicing my booms for you tonight, Joe.
Absolutely. Boom. 12 more chances to win that grand prize as well. We're going to give 6 bags away tomorrow, myself and Leanne, so make sure you join us both for that. Go and have a little look at everything that's coming up in the shows tomorrow. We are going to go home. We're going to have a little rest. Maybe just a small glass of wine, Leanne, what do you think?
Just the one, Joe.
Just one small
the one.
glass of wine
Yeah.
ready for a little bit of dinner, and then we are going to, of course, join you again for another full day of birthday fun. My final day of birthday fun here on Crafters TV. How sad. Huge thanks to Leanne. Big thanks to the team next door in the gallery as well, and the biggest thanks to you guys at home. It's been a brilliant day. Make sure you join us for another day of fun here tomorrow on Crafters TV. Take care.